Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to EO Sports Network, the YouTube channel that brings you all sorts of fun replays that we're doing today. It's going to be a lot of fun, actually. So today we're going to do all pool games for Pool B and E. I think that's right, C, D, E. Yep, pool games for B and E here in the opening round of our baseball tournament. That's going to be two matchups in the American League and then two matchups in the non-DH League. Our matchups today are going to feature the Houston Astros at the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at the Baltimore Orioles. Should be a very, very fun matchup. All right, I just had to make sure my sound was going. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Houston at Detroit. So we'll come over here to my spring coming baseball helper that I've designed. Oh, forgot to bring up the ball stat. Let's bring that up after I get things set up because it does tend to get in the way. So Houston, one of the favorites in this league. As you can see, their offense is a 9, defense is a 7. Their third die roll is pretty high, actually, one of the highest we've seen at 6. And they convert 57% of their hits into runs. Should be very helpful for them. As we're going to go ahead and delete all the column ratings. And we're going to change this to Houston. And this to D. Wow, I just had a brain fart. Detroit. How's everybody doing today? I was actually very pleased here in Wyoming. It was snowing yesterday, but the snow is already melted. It's a beautiful day, beautiful sunshine. Got some projects that I'm working on for this channel that is helping me kind of pass the time during this extremely unique time. I mean, when this is all over, I'm going to look back and I'm going to think about what I did with it. And these projects are going to be what I want to say I did with it. So we've got some really, really fun things. We'll do that announcement at the end of the baseball games, right before we go into the soccer game. That's right. We're going to do baseball 4 games. Then we're going to bring you the opening match of our 2020 Champions League soccer. That game will be brought to you by Tiki Taki. I'll have to look at the name of it to get it right. Another game brought to you by Roberto Schiavini. Tika Taka. That is the name of it. And it's really fun. I've done one video of it before. And once again, Roberto Schiavini, I don't work for him. I'm not sponsored by him. I pay for my games. But he puts together a great slate of games, a very wide slate of games, a very unique options. I mean, if you heard our big announcement yesterday, starting in the beginning of June, because that's how long I need to put it together, we're going to have our own Olympics right here on EO Sports Network. Roberto has been kind enough to give me a fair price on all of the Summer Olympic Games for 2016. We're just going to fast forward it 4 years and say, welcome to the 2020 Games. And I did it. In the process of building the event schedule, the daily schedule, we will have daily events for 17 straight games, just like the real Olympics. I'm still trying to toss up to figure out if I want to do like some type of opening ceremonies. I have some ideas. Al Red Sox fan, ID Jester, Utah Mike, all of the FOC guys. If you guys are watching this live or later, hit me up. It will involve you. I definitely would like to involve you guys in this opening ceremonies broadcast. Anyway, so it'll be Houston versus Detroit. We got Houston's stuff uploaded. And again, a big announcement coming up later on today. At the end of this broadcast, it's going to be another project that I'm going to do. And it's going to start fairly soon, actually. But more on that later. Detroit, 8 offense, 9 defense, 3 on their third die and only converted 48% of their runs. So, yep, in this matchup in particular, Houston is indeed the favorite. All right, we got the uniform set. All we got to do is import, and not import, but open up our ball roller. This has been it. All you guys have been using this on your things. I finally found it, and I see why you guys like it so much. It is a great little tool to do things during live streams. Okay, here we go. First pitch, and it's going to be to Houston. And they roll a oh, we forgot to do their columns. Can't do much there. All right, we'll review that once we're done. Okay, 9 plus 9 is 18. Or, yep, 18 divided by 2, 9. So they are a, let's see, 9 puts them on J. So column J for them. Oh, wow, this is extremely low numbers. 8 plus 7, 15. That is 7.5. That's the lowest we've seen. That puts them on G. Wow. In order to get a hit on G, you have to roll a 6. That's going to be, this could be some domination by the Houston Astros pitching, but you never know. We'll see where the dice decide to go. All right. So we roll a 3 on J, and that will be enough for a hit. Houston collects 1 hit in the inning. We'll also roll on the third die. 6 or under on that purple beauty at the bottom. 7, not going to work. So we're just going to go ahead and roll on to their conversion percentage. So will they be able to convert that hit into a run? 57 or below is what we're looking at on the blue. 74, no run scored for Houston, and Detroit dodges a bullet. Now we'll see what the advantage of Houston can do against this Detroit Tigers team. They need at least a 6 to get a hit, and they roll an 8, so a good start there as they will collect 1 hit. Now we'll check the third die, see if they can add to that. Needs to be 3 or below on that purple one. 6, so not going to happen. All right, so they have a 48% conversion rate, which means Blues need to be 48 or below in order to bring the run in. It is below, so Detroit strikes first, and they lead it 1-0 coming out of the first into the second. Houston might be a little might have thought they were going to take it a little easy. We'll see what they do here. Roll a 2 on J, and that's no hit. So no hit inning, and now Detroit might be settling into an upset. It's way early to talk about that. You're only in the second inning. Rolling 8 on G, though. That's going to be yet another hit. So 1 hit in the inning. 48 conversion percentage. Keep your eye on the blue. 48 or below. 37. My goodness. Detroit has the hot hand, getting another run and another hit. Going into the third inning, it's 2-0 Tigers. This would be an upset, absolutely, if they could pull this off. If you're watching live, leave us a comment in the chat room. If you're watching on demand, go ahead and leave us a comment, like, and subscribe. We're going to have some great projects over the next few months. Roll a 5 on J, and they will pick up 1 hit. We'll also check the third die rating. Third die only comes into effect every odd-numbered inning. They roll a 6, so it is enough to activate the third die, so we're going to roll on that coveted third die table. And here it is. Okay. So we'll roll a D10, so keep an eye on the outside blue right there. Rolls an 8. That's a big one. Add 2 runs, so Houston automatically will get 2 runs in the third thanks to the third die and tie it up. Can they bring the go-ahead guy home? Needs to be 57 or below on the blue dice. And they don't. So it'll be a tie ball game heading into the third. We'll see if Detroit can somehow, some way recapture the inning. They roll a 5 on J, so they're going to get another hit. This is good for Detroit. So far, whenever they've collected hits, it's paid off. We'll also roll the third die. 3 or below. And they roll a 2, so the third die will come into effect. Also, the third die only comes into effect if you register a hit in the inning. That's a kind of a house rule I borrowed from someone on Facebook. Okay. 0. So that is the special table. Oh, and this only gets visited once per game. Listen to the results on here. If you roll 1d6, 1, no effect, 2 shot off the wall, 2 additional runs, 3 big inning, 3 additional runs, 4 grand slam, 5 fantastic inning, 1d6 additional runs, and 6. This is called almost done, 2d6 worth of things. So we're going to roll 1d6. Keep an eye on the outside. There is no 0, so we will roll again. 3. Big inning, 3 additional runs. So 3 runs to start it out. So a base clearing RBI by the guy who got the hit. We'll see if they can bring him home. 48%. Needs to be 48 or below, and it's not. But just like that, Detroit says we are not intimidated by you at all and takes the lead right back with a big inning. By the way, that is only twice in a game can that be read? Can that special table be read? So we've already seen it once. We can only see it one more time. Wow, what an inning by Detroit. They lead it 5-2 heading into the 4th. A 3 by Jay. That's barely a hit. That's barely a hit for Houston here in the top of the 4th. Here comes the roll for runs scored, and it's an 86. They need a below 57, so it'll be a hit, but nothing doing there. Bottom of the 3rd, they've scored. The Detroit Tigers have scored runs in every single inning thus far. Lead at 5-2. Can they extend their lead? Nope, they roll a 1 on Jays, and we're going to treat that as a 2. Actually, no, we re-rolled on the 6, so let's re-roll on that as well. 7, Jay. So from here on out, 0-1. A 1 means we're re-rolling. That's how it is, okay? Jay picks up a hit. Oh, my goodness. Another hit for Detroit. Can they bring this guy home? 48%. Remember, if it's a single-digit number here on the blue die, that's an automatic home run. And it's a 75, so they can't bring him home. So the first time, Houston's defense does settle things down. All right. Inning number 5. It is 5-2 here against the Houston Astros in Detroit. Houston here in inning number 5, so the 3rd die will be available. Rolls a 4 on Jay. That is going to be enough for another hit. So 4 hits apiece. Roll the 3rd die. It comes in under 6, so we will be consulting the 3rd die table. All right. 1d10. Keep an eye on this. Here we go. Rolls a 6. That is shift 5 columns to the right. So a chance to add some additional runs here. J, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll roll on O. Rolling to add additional hits. A 6 on O. That's going to be another hit. So 2 hits this inning. And we'll roll on each one of them to see if they can bring the run home. So it wouldn't tie the game. Here we go. So the first run. Blue needs to come in 57 or below. First run does not score. So now that brings us down to 1 hit. Final run, 57 or below, does score. He hits a solo shot to deep left field, and it's gone here at I think it's called Comerica Park in Detroit. A solo shot, and it's now 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see what Detroit does with the 2-run lead. They roll a 10 on 10 on G. It's going to be another hit. See what happens with the 3rd die. Keep an eye on it. It needs to be below 3, and it isn't. So we're just going to roll on this 1 run. 48 or below on the blue, and it is. So another small ball RBI for Detroit, and it is 6-3 heading into the 6th inning. Detroit looking for the opening day upset over the Houston Texans. This is a team, ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely, as they felt, poised for a run at the postseason. But if you lose your first game of the year, that's going to be very difficult. By the way, each team will play each other in their own pool 3 times for a regular, quote-unquote, regular season. Top of the 6th to Houston. They roll a 7 on a J. That's going to be yet another hit. And they out hitting them 6-5. We'll roll on the percentages. Third die does not come into place here in the even number of innings. And he rolls a 40. That will be enough to bring the runner home. So now that makes it a 2-run ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Houston trying to chip away, but to tell you what, if Houston doesn't start putting up some zeros on the scoreboard, it's going to be very difficult to do. It would be impossible to do. Roll a 4 on J. That actually might be exactly what, or G. That is going to be no hits in that inning, so they get that 0 that they need. So the relief pitching by Houston comes in, gets a big inning. Let's see if they can get a chance to at least tie it up, maybe even take the lead. It is a odd-numbered inning, so it is a third dice available inning. They roll a 6 on J. That will be yet another hit, and now they're really starting to rack up those hits. We'll roll the third die, 6 or below on purple, and it's a 9, so third die won't happen. The best they can do is make it a 3-run game going into the 8th. 57 conversion percentage. They need to roll 57 or below in order to bring that run home, and they won't. They roll a 73, so good defense by Detroit. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 innings that they've blanked them. 6-4 heading into the bottom of the 7th as we stretch here in Detroit. Game 1 for both of these teams. Right after this, we're going to go ahead and go to our NL matchup. And that will, this is the death group. Chicago Cubs at Arizona. I'm excited for that one. That'll be where we go next. The first game of 4 happening right now as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Big inning possibility here. Rolls a 4 on G. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, they no-hit him, and we won't even get a chance to consult the third die. You get the feeling the defense of Detroit may have to get this done as the bats have appeared to gone cold. It's 6-4 going into the 8th. Off to Houston's part of the inning. They roll a 2 on J. That is a no-hit inning. Good defense there by the Detroit Tigers. Let's see if the Tigers can either add to their lead or they're just going to be held. Nope. Oh, remember, 0-1, we're re-rolling. 5, that's going to be big. So 10 on G, the higher the number, so you want to be further down to the right. So numbers like Z, Y, U, T, those look really, really good on this game. You don't want to be in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. K is probably the best that you want to be in because that guarantees you a hit. All right, every time. So 10 on G, that is going to get a hit. And that will also activate a third die roll. It needs to come in 3 or below on the purple. It doesn't. So let's see if they can bring that run home and get some insurance runs, extend it to a 3-run lead going into the 9th inning. Needs to be 48 or below on the blue, and it's just barely. This one literally is a play that gets thrown all the way from the outfield. Great shot into the gap. They try to pick it up. Actually, no, we'll call it a sac fly. And it's in that middle part of the field where anything could happen, and the throw is just late. They needed 48 or below, and they roll a 47. And now Detroit leads it 7-4 heading into the 9th. All right, let's see what the defense of the Tigers can do if they can shut it down. All right, Jay. Basically, all what you need to know is if Houston rolls a 2 on the column check, the red dice, then it's over. If not, then we'll have to go through some other things. Okay, the roll is a 5, so there will be a hit, Jay. That is going to be the 8th hit of the game for Houston, and that also triggers the third die roll. The third die roll has to go, otherwise this game is over. They need 3 runs in this inning. That is very hard in this game. Here we go. Third die, 6 or below. 9. They're not going to get the third die roll. Will they bring the runner home? Answer is Yes, they will in a big way. They roll 11 when they needed 57 or below. They'll only get 1 run, and that's the game. Final score 7-5. The Detroit Tigers with the upset. My goodness. And Houston heading back to the Lone Star State, reeling a little bit. I don't think they can believe what just happened. They thought they were going to come in and take care of business. Not so, not so. All right, now we go to our first game in Pool E. It'll be the Chicago Cubs at the Arizona Diamondbacks. All you guys who know me know I'm from Arizona originally. I'm a big Diamondbacks fan, and I am excited about this one. But I'm not excited about this group. Remember, only 2 teams from each group are advancing to the playoffs. And look at this group. Milwaukee, Chicago, Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Not great for me. Not great. A big thing would be if they can get win number 1 here. I'm going to try not to be a homer. Okay. Final score 7-5. Detroit upsets the Houston Astros, one of the favorites to make a deep playoff run. As that one was not an extra inning game at all. Really, Detroit had it from the 3rd inning on. After that big inning, they just kind of took care of business. All right. First, we'll bring up Arizona. I'm not a fan of those ratings. I'm not a fan of those ratings, guys. It's going to be very hard, I think, for Arizona to win games this year. But you never know. The dice sometimes are nice. The Cubs. Wow, they definitely have an advantage. By the way, this is the 2018 season. So, bringing back the teal for Arizona, because that's personally my favorite. That's actually the cap I'm wearing right now, is their newer black cap with the teal accent. I did not know Arizona was playing today, I swear. All right. Let's go ahead and get our... Arizona actually has a higher conversion, though. That's interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and get our columns. So 9 plus 8 is 17 divided by 4. That's 8.5. So that means Chicago will go to 8.5. Arizona, 8 plus 8. That's an 8. So that means I think that's H. Yep. So Arizona bats on H. So they're actually pretty close. Pretty darn close. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this game rolling. Quite literally, actually. Haha. All right. Chicago in the top of the first. Rolls a 5 on I, and that will be enough to get their first hit of the game. See if they can bring him home. 52% or lower is what we're looking for on the blue dice. 46. So they do take the lead, 1-0, heading into the bottom of the first. Let's see what Arizona does. Diamondbacks. Rolls a 3 on I. That's going to be a no-hit inning. So Chicago has the lead. 1-0. Going to the top. Oh, we forgot to do the third die. Bummer. All right, we'll do the third die in this inning. 5. Another hit for Chicago. The Cubbies bringing out the bats. We'll roll on the third die, 5 or below, and it's a 7, so it's not going to work. Bring the run home. Yes, they will. 2 runs on 2 hits so far by the Cubbies. Heading to the bottom of the second. Arizona needs something big here. They got to keep pace. They roll a 6 on H. That will be enough to collect their first hit of the game. Now they need to roll the third die, 4 or below. 0 is a 10. Darn. I would love to say 0 is a 1, but 0 is a 10, so no. Will they bring the run home? A 54% chance of doing that. And they do. So Arizona cuts into the lead of Chicago. It's 2-1 heading into the third inning. This is a third die roll innings automatically since it's a odd number inning. 7 on I, so they will collect another hit, their third of the game, averaging 1 hit per inning. Not bad. We'll see if they add any more to it. As the third die comes in where they needed it to. They needed 5 or below, and they roll a 5. We'll go to the dreaded third die chart. Keep an eye on the outside blue. 0, no 0. Oh, no, sorry. 0 is a special table. My apologies. Okay, so now we'll roll a 6. Shot off the wall. So we're going to take this outside 2 since we already hit it. Shot off the wall, 2 additional runs. So automatically 2 runs for Chicago. A chance at 3 in this inning. Here we go. Can they bring the man home who just shot it off the wall and got the RBI double? 52 or below is what you're looking for in the blue for Cubs fans. And it's 44, so a big inning for the Cubs. They lead it 5-1. Arizona needs to get a big inning here of their own. Rolling 8, so that'll help out. That will get them their second hit of the game. So that means we will roll the third die on them. 4 below is what you're looking for. 5, not going to happen. So, does the run score? No, they need a 54 below, and they roll a 93. Chicago having their way with the Diamondbacks early in this one. Inning number 4. Here we come. 0-1 means reroll. 7 on I. That is going to be the 4th hit of the game for Chicago. Can they bring it home? 52 or below. Yes! The dice are with the Cubs in this one. As Arizona is still struggling to find any offensive rhythm as they roll a 3. That's not going to get it done 1 iota. No hit inning. So no score for Arizona. It's 6-1 heading into the 5th. Hang on one second. I got to take this call. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, where were we? Let's go ahead. Let's just re-roll the whole thing. I think Chicago collected. No, they haven't collected. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and roll in 5. That's an 8 on I. That is yet another hit. 5th hit of the game for Chicago. We'll check the third die. 5 or below on the purple, and they don't get it. So now we'll see if they bring that run home, and they don't. So for the first time, Arizona is able to hold them scoreless in a frame. A big chance for them to kind of maybe start cutting into that gap, especially if they can have a big inning of their own. It all starts here. Remember, 1 is a reroll. 7, that's big. That means they will get a hit. Only their 3rd hit of the game. That does activate the third die roll. And they get the third die. 4 or below is what they needed. And we'll roll a D10, keep an eye on the outside blue. 8. Add 2 runs, so Arizona automatically gets 2 more to make it a 3-run game. Can they bring the man in scoring position home in order to make it a 2-run game? 54 below is what we're looking at in the blue, and they can't do it. So Arizona cuts the lead to 3. It's 6-3 heading into the 6th. Cruising through this one. Pitch to Chicago. Gets a 7 on I. That will be another hit. Their 6th of the game. They're doubling up Arizona when it comes to hits. 49%, and they will score him. So they'll extend the lead to 4. Arizona just needs to try to get another run here. They roll a 7 on H, so that will be another hit. Trying to string something together. Can they bring him home? 54 or below? No. Arizona's offense having trouble producing as we head to the big inning. That is the 7th. For Chicago, they roll a 5 on I. That will be enough for a hit. Their 7th of the game. They've got a hit in every inning. My goodness. The third die is too high. Remember, 0's 10, and it need to be 5 or below. Can they bring the run home? Yes, they can. My goodness, it is now 8-3 Arizona. Going to have to accept that they're probably going to lose opening day. Excuse me. Rolls a 3 on eye, and I'm telling you right now, that is not enough for a hit. So no score heading in to the 8th. It's 8-3 Chicago, putting the whooping on the Diamondbacks. Roll of 4 on eye for Chicago here in the 8th. It's going to be one more hit. They are out hitting them really, really well. 52 or below on the blue, and it's 67, so Arizona finally gets their setup man out there, and he puts up a 0. Let's see if Arizona can try to cut into that gap a little bit. Give themselves a fighting chance, and they can't. They roll a 2 on eye, and I'm telling you right now, that is a no-hit inning. It will take a miracle. I don't think it's even possible in this game to get 5 runs in an inning. No, the most you can get, maybe if you have a fantastic inning. Okay, I take that back. If you get to the special table, which means you need to roll, first your third die roll needs to clear. Then you need to roll a 10 on the D10 on the third die. And then you need to roll either a 5 or a 6 on a D6 on the special table. We'll see what happens. Remember, that special table can only be visited twice per game, and we've already seen it once. 5 on eye for Chicago here in the top of the 9th, and that's going to be yet another hit. Can they bring him home? They've had no problem doing it so far. 52 or below is what we're looking for. And the run does not score. Arizona strings together 2 scoreless innings, and fans are starting to head for the exits. 5-run game. See what Arizona has to get a hit in order to give themselves a chance, and they don't. They roll a 3, and that's the ball game. Your final score, Chicago puts the whooping on my beloved D-backs, 8-3. Not a good start for Arizona, considering you look at the pool they're in. Only 2 of these teams are going to advance. In 2018, let's recap. Milwaukee Brewers, lost in the NLCS. Chicago Cubs, made it to the playoffs, lost in walkout. Dodgers, lost in the World Series. In order for Arizona to have a chance, they need to get on some hot win streaks. They should be able to take care of Cincinnati Reds, but I don't know if they're going to be able to take care of any of these other teams, to be quite honest with you. Sorry, I'm done talking about Arizona. Again, final score, 8-3. The Cubbies. Go, Cubs, go. All right, now we'll go to game number 2, the final game in our Group B, game 3 of our 4-game broadcast. It is going to feature the New York Yankees. This will be a good one. New York Yankees at the Baltimore Orioles. First things first, let's go ahead and clear all that. New York, Baltimore. Hopefully I spelled that right. Clear all that. All right, Baltimore. They're the home team. First, let's get their... Ooh, their defense is at 10. I'm guessing you want the lower number for defense is how I've figured this out. Because that just extends what the other team could get. All right, and New York. New York converted 62% of their runs, or their hits, into runs. This has the potential to be a dominant team in this league. Of course, we all know who won the World Series this year. We have yet to find out if it was another Houston situation. From what I feel like if it was a Houston situation, they would have made it public a lot sooner than they have. Now they're kind of waiting for everything to blow over. All right, for New York, they scored 18, 10 defense, 8 offense. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. That puts them on the J column. And we already know 8 plus 8, 16, divided by 2 is 8. And that puts them on the H column. So let's go ahead and see what New York does to start this one off. Get rid of the team hits. Away hits, home hits. All right. Ooh, okay, that's a reroll. Remember, 0 zeros, not possible on the 2d6s. 2. Okay, J2. That was the only chance they had to be no hit, and that is exactly what happened. Baltimore, their defense comes out good to start off. Let's see if their offense can do anything. They roll a 3 on H. I'm telling you right now, that's not enough. So right now, neither offense is off and running. Oh my gosh. Nothing heading into the second. It's a ball to New York. J4. There's our first hit of the ball game. We'll see if they can bring him home. I just realized that I forgot about third. I always forget about third die on the first inning, but since no hits were scored, it doesn't matter, as third die only gets a chance if you score a hit. So there's the first hit for New York in the young season. See if they can bring him home. 62 or below. And they get a solo shot into left field, over the wall here at Camden Yards for a home run, and it's 1-0 New York as we head into the second. See if the Orioles can respond. Roll a 5 on H. I'm telling you right now, I think that is a hit. That's actually the minimum you need for a hit. So there's their first hit of the game. Can they tie it up? 47 or below is what they need. And they roll a 52. No good. So we head to the third inning. It is 1-0 after the solo shot by the Bombers. Yankees lead it. See what New York does at the top of the third. Rolls a 10 on J. That is going to be another hit, so we will check the third die now. 6 or below is what they need, and it comes in at 7, so that's not going to work. So we'll just check on the singular hit. Rolls a 46 when they needed 62 or below, and you get the feeling this might be the floodgates opening a little bit. It's 2-0 heading into the third. Baltimore has to come up with a response, and they need to do it now. That'll work. Roll a 6 on H. So that means they get their second hit of the game. Can they bring this run home? Actually, first you got to check the third die. 2. Oh, wow. Their third die rating is a 2, so it's a 2 or below, or so 2 or 1, and they roll a 1. Oh, my goodness. So they're going to get a chance to add hits to it or runs. Keep an eye on the outside blue. Rolls a 5, and that is shift 4 columns to the right. So on H, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling on L, they will add at least one more hit to the parade. Rolls a 5 on L. That is another hit. So 2 hits this inning, a chance to tie it up. Here we go. First one that needs to be 47 or below in order to bring him home. And it is just barely. That's one of those barely squeaks by the outfielder's or the infielder's glove to score the run. See if they can tie it up. 2 down. Runner in scoring position. 47 or below on blue. And they do it! Just like that, we are tied up. The Baltimore Orioles take full advantage, and it's 2-2 heading into the fourth inning. Let's see what the New York Yankees can do. Rolls a 5 on J. It's another hit for New York, and they've got 3 in the ball game. Can they bring him home? 62 or below. And they do, so they will take the lead 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. Orioles roll a 7 on H. That will be a hit. So now the Orioles out hitting New York. Can they tie it up? 47 or below, and they do. Wow. Heading into the 5th inning, this could be big since that third die is in there. Nope, 0-1, so we re-roll again. 5 on J. That is another hit. So that's 4 hits for them. We'll roll on the third die, 6 or below. And they roll a 1. So for the first time, New York gets the third die that they needed. Keep an eye on the outside blue. 6. Shift 5 columns to the right. Wow. So J, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rolling on O to add additional hits. 7-0. That's going to be, oh, they just barely missed getting 2 additional hits. They're only going to get the 1 additional hit, so that's 2 hits in the inning. They now out-hit the Orioles. A chance to get the lead. 62 or below is what we're looking for. 67, so the first hit will not be converted into a run. They've only got 1 more chance. 62 or below. 43, so they will take the lead 4-3 heading into the bottom of the 5th. Halfway there. A 6 on H, so that will score another hit for the Orioles. We'll check their third die. 2 or 1 is what you're looking for on the purple. And they roll a 7. So will they bring the runner home? 47 or below. And they do. And we're back to being tied 4-4 heading into the 6th. Wow, 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 wow. Just wow. Just wow. All right. 4 on J. That is going to be a hit for New York. So that's their 6th of the game. Let's see if they can score them to break the tie. 62 or below, and they do at 51. So 5-4. Can the Orioles respond? Roll a 10 on H. Yes, they can. They're going to have a chance at least, as that's their 6th hit of the game. Can they bring him home? 47 or below on the blue. 72, not going to happen. So New York has the lead coming out of the inning for the first time since inning number 2. 5-4 heading into the 7th. Roll for New York. Here in the 7th, they got 1 hit in the inning, at least. So that's the 7th hit. Now we'll also roll on their third die attempt. Keep an eye on the blue. 6 or below, and they roll a 4. So keep an eye on the outside blue. 5 on the third die. Shift 4 columns to the right, so they'll get a chance to add additional hits. J, 1, 2, 3. Rolling on N. They will add a hit, and that is 5. So they'll add an additional hit. 2 hits in the inning. 8 hits in the game total for them. Here we go. Roll 9. Or, sorry, 0-8. So the first one is a solo shot into left center, and it is gone. Actually, it might be a 2-run shot. It depends on if... So the ball is either going to be a 2-run shot or a sacrifice fly. Back to the wall. It is going, gone! A 2-run shot for New York. So they convert both of them on the swing. And it is now 7-4. Here come the Orioles after the stretch. Roll a 4 on J, and I think that will barely get them a hit. 7 hits for them. Roll the third die. 2 or below. 2 or 1. They roll a 9. Not going to happen. Can they bring the run home? Yes, they can. So it's now 7-5 heading into the 8th. If somehow, some way, Baltimore can get a shutout here, they've got a chance. 3 on J. That's only 1 hit, but that hit has a 62% chance of coming through and getting a run. 62 or below on the blue, 58, and they allow 1 run. Baltimore's got to do the same thing. Roll a 3 on H. That's not going to be a hit. That's a no-hit inning for the Orioles. So it's 8-5 heading into the 9th inning. New York leads it by 3. They can't allow any more runs. They roll a 5 on J. That will be another hit, so that's double-digit hits for the Yankees. And the third die check, 6 or below on the purple one. They roll a 6. So we'll roll the third die outside blue. Rolls a 2, and that is shift 1 column to the right. So they have a chance to add additional hits. So H now or J is K, and they will add at least 1 hit. Roll a 7 on K. That is another hit, so 11 hits in the game for New York. So 2 hits that could become runs. Here we go. First one, 62 or below. Not going to happen. So they get 1 guy off the base. Can they get the second guy off the base? 62 or below. Here we go. No, they can't. No run scores in New York. Puts up a 0 in the 9th. Still a chance, a slight chance for Baltimore. They roll. Get a 6 on H. That's going to be at least a hit, and it is. So their chances are still alive. Roll the third die. 2 or below. 5. Not going to work. So they will not win this one. Baltimore will not score that run either. So they leave one stranded to end the game. And your final score, 8-5. The Yankees on top of the Orioles in our final game of Group B. So 8-5, submit that. That means the New York Yankees currently are the #1 team in this group, as the tiebreaker is run differential. Cincinnati Reds at the Los Angeles Dodgers will be our next game, our final of our 4 games. Then right after that, we'll take you out to the pitch for the opening matchup of our Champions League tournament. And then right after that, we'll have an announcement about another project we're doing, starting very soon, actually. And then we'll be done for the day. Okay. So it's Cincinnati, Los Angeles. Okay. All right. So Cincinnati. Let's get their uniform out there. There they are in the gray. A. Joseph C. joining us in the chat room, coming over from TT, Delaware. Well, how you doing, Joseph? Thanks for joining us. We got one more baseball game we're going to do. Then we're going to do a soccer game, and then we got an announcement about another project that we're doing. Thanks for joining us live, Joseph, and joining us in the chat. How are you today? All right. Sorry, where was I? Oh, that's right. We were replacing the uniform for Cincinnati, and now we'll go to the Dodgers. Good numbers for them, as you would expect. 58% run per conversion. Okay, I got to admit something. Being an Arizona Diamondbacks fan, I'm not the biggest Dodgers fan. But I would be fascinated if this tournament ended in a World Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees. I would be fascinated with that, to see and kind of give us our what could have happened type deal. By the way, this set is from the 2018 season, excuse me. So this was the year the Red Sox won it all. But we also know that the great thing about replay games is teams that don't exactly perform sometimes the way that you expect. I mean, we just saw the Detroit Tigers beat the Houston Astros, who made it to the ALCS that year. So, you know, it was sometimes you never know. That's the great thing about this. All right, Cincinnati at Los Angeles. First, we got to determine Cincinnati's hit column. 8 plus 9 is 17. That is going to make it 8.5, which means they are in column I. The Dodgers, 9. They're in column J. All right, let's go ahead and get this one going. Who you got, Joseph? You've got the Dodgers or the Reds? As Cincinnati gets ready to start things here at Dodger Stadium here in the brand new season. Rolls an 1-0, so that's a re-roll. No ones on this one. So they roll a 3 on I, and that one will not be a hit. So the Dodgers pitching staff comes out and puts up a 0 to start this one out. Next one for the Dodgers, they roll a 5 on J, and that's going to be a hit, so a 58% chance that that run comes around and scores and gives us our first tally of this game. 58 or below on the blue die, and they score a 54. Los Angeles using their speed and makes A. Joseph C. extremely happy as they get the first blood of this matchup. 1-0 Dodgers heading into the second. Here we go in the second for the Reds. They roll a 4 on I, and that will get them their first hit of the ball game. Can they bring that run home to score? Only a 50% chance of bringing him home. Keep an eye on the blue die. 50 or below. 99, not going to happen. So good defense by the Dodgers. Let's see if they can extend that lead as they roll a 3 on J, and that will get them a hit, barely, as a 2 would have been no hit. A 58% chance of bringing him home, and he scores. It's 2-0 heading into the third. Ah, nuts. I forgot the third die roll. All right, we'll use it in this one. Okay. Only if they score a hit, though. 6 on I. That is another hit for the Reds. Now, we will check the third die. 4 or below on the purple. And it's a 7, so we don't need to check that chart. There's no chance of an extra hit happening there. Let's see if Cincinnati can break their troubles, and they don't. They roll an 89, and they needed 50 or below. And it's 2-0 heading into the bottom of the third. Let's see if LA can add to it. They roll a 9 on J, so that will get them one more hit. See if they get a chance to add any additional runs or hits. We'll check the blue die roll, 5 or below for the Dodgers. And it's a 0, which counts as 10, so that won't work out. Now we'll see if they bring the one hit home, and they do. 58 or below, and they roll a 53. It's 3-0 Dodgers heading into the fourth. 4, for the Reds on column I, and that'll squeak by for a hit and a chance to score a run for the Reds. 50% chance. Here it comes. Rolls a 96. The dice are not with Cincinnati today. All it takes is one or two more big innings from LA, or one big inning from the Dodgers, and it's all over. 5 on J. That will result in another hit for the Dodgers. Their 4th of the game, averaging a hit per inning. See if they can bring them home. 58% chance of doing that. 58 or below. And they roll a 48. The Dodgers absolutely cruising right now as we go to the 5th inning. It's 4-0 LA. Cincinnati has to figure out something. Roll a 5 on I. That'll get them their 4th hit of the game. It'll trigger a third die roll. 4 or below on the purple is what we're looking at. It's a 0, so that's a 10, so it's not going to work. They've got one runner on. Can they bring him home to score a single run? 50% chance. And they roll a 55. That was one of those plays that was so close, but is just not going to go the way of Cincinnati. Los Angeles, see what they can do here. Rolls a 2 on J. That is actually going to be a no-hit inning, so the first 0 put up by Cincinnati, and they keep LA from extending their lead. 4-0 heading into the 6th. Cincinnati rolls a 5 on I. That will be another hit for the Reds. So now they're out hitting LA, but we'll see if they can bring him home. 50% chance of doing so. And they roll a 50. The throw is home. It's close. We wait for the call from the umpire. He waves his arms. He's safe. And Cincinnati finally breaks through. It's 4-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th. We'll see if LA will allow that momentum to build or no. They roll a 7 on column J. That's going to be another hit for Cincinnati or for LA, their 5th of the game. Do they bring them home? 58% chance of doing that. They roll an 81. They needed 58 or below in order to get the run, and they won't. It's 4-1 heading into the 7th. Possibility of big momentum shift here, but it has to be a big inning for Cincinnati to do it. I-8. That's going to be a hit for Cincinnati, their 6th one of the game. We'll also roll the 3rd die since it is an odd number inning. 4 or below for them, and they roll a 2. So Cincinnati might be getting some extra life here. Roll a 10 outside blue. They roll a 3 on the 3rd die chart. Shift 2 columns to the right so they get a chance to add more hits. So we're going to roll on L. So they'll get at least 1 hit. They roll a 3, so that is another hit. So 2 hits in the inning for Cincinnati, 2 chances for a run. Here we go. First run. Does it score 50 or below? No. Next run. Does it score? No. So 2 hits, and they leave them both stranded. They can't bring them home. And at stretch time, it's 4-1. Dodgers. Here we go again. Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th, rolling 8 on J. It's going to be another hit for the Dodgers. Their 6th one of the game. Roll the 3rd die. 5 or below is what you're looking for. And it's a 3, so we'll roll the 3rd die again. Outside blue, high roll is what you want. And you get a 7. That is going to be an automatic run, so you add 1 run automatically. Can they bring... So an RBI single for the Dodgers. Can they bring the runner on all the way around? 58% chance of doing that, and they can't. So they leave him stranded as we head into the 8th. It's 5-1. The Dodgers up by 4. Cincinnati. Need something big here. They roll a 6 on I. That will be hit number 8. They're out hitting the Dodgers, but they can't complete the plays in order to bring them home. Only a singular run for the Reds back in the 6th. 50% chance of bringing them home, and they can't do it that time either. They roll an 83. They needed 50 or below. My goodness. Now we'll see what the Dodgers does here. Roll a 7 on J. That's another hit for LA. And another chance to extend their lead. 58 or below is what you're looking for. 69, so they leave the runner stranded. And we go to inning number 9. Cincinnati needs a big inning here. They need the 3rd die activation or it's all over. Here we go. First off, they need to score a hit. They roll a 5 on I. That will register a hit, so they have 9 in the game. All right, now they have to have the 3rd die or this runner will be all for naught. 4 or below. And they get a 4. Big chance here. Outside 10. Right here, that's what we're watching. A 9. Add 3 runs, so an automatic 3 runs for the Reds. And it's a 1-run game with the tying run on. My goodness. Here we go. 50% chance. 50 or below, and the game is tied. Unbelievable! The Reds have scored 4 runs in this inning, and it's 5-5 heading into the bottom of the 9th, setting up Los Angeles with a chance to walk it off. Here we go. 4 on J. That will be a hit. I didn't put that hit in for them. So 4 on J. That's a hit. We'll see if they activate the 3rd die. 5 or below on the purple. And they don't. So the winning run is on. 58 or below on the blue die. And the Dodgers win. If not, we're heading to extra innings. Here we go. And they score! The Dodgers bring the run home and they win it off in walk-off fashion. Final score, 6-5. My goodness, a great comeback by the Cincinnati Reds. But the Dodgers would not be denied. Let's go ahead and update that in our tournament. What a game. The Dodgers definitely would not let things go at all. Oops. Come on. Again, 6-5, your final score. Dodgers only leave 2 stranded. As we're waiting for this to, there we go. 5, 2, 6. All right, so we submit our scores, and now we're going to switch gears. As our 4 baseball games are over, we're going to bring you the opening matchup of our Champions League matchup. Let me find the rules for that one. It's been a little bit since I've played this game in particular. There it is. But I'm actually really excited. All right, Champions League. Whoop, nope. Oh, we haven't hit the start yet. Okay. All right, so our first matchup in Group A is going to be Celtic Glasgow at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know a lot about soccer, but I know enough that I would think Paris Saint-Germain is probably the favorite. All right, it's been a little bit since I've done this. Let's close that for now. Thank you, Joseph. I hope you enjoyed the game. He says, nice channel. We'll be back. Take care. All right, teams. So, first thing we need is, who's the home team? Paris Saint-Germain. So let's find Paris Saint-Germain. I made these about a year ago, so it's been a while since I've seen this. Paris Saint-Germain. Copy. Team info. Paste. Okay. And then teams. Celtic Glasgow. I just saw you. Copy. All right. Team info. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, how to play. Take the sheets and the teams you're using. Replay, put them before. Sorry, 1 second. It's been a while. Okay. Okay. Value 15 in shots per game. Okay, so we'll start with our home team for our play flow chart is how they call this. They also do something very similar in the football game, and I'm going to show you guys that another time. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Play flow chart for both teams. We start with Milan, so for us it'll be Paris Saint-Germain. As usually, start wasted action value from 0 to the total of Milan's wasted chances plus defense. So we go wasted chances is 4 or 10 plus their defense is 37, so that is 47. So for Paris Saint-Germain, let's actually go ahead and update all this. Copy, field, paste. So I want this to be all their color. So they are here. Nope, wrong one. White, Okay. So their wasted action is 1 to 47. Okay. Shot opportunity. Okay. Foul situation range on the sum of Milan's foul for. So foul 4 plus foul against. So foul 4 is 11. Foul against is 19. How did? Okay, so that's. Sorry, 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so foul range is 0 to 100. Okay. All right, so fouls for 11 plus fouls against. So 19. Okay. So 19. Sorry, I don't know if you guys are enjoying watching me build this live or not, but it kind of gives you an idea. So 19 foul situation range. So 100 minus 19 is 79. Yeah. 100 versus 100 minus 19 is 79. Okay. So that means foul range is 79 to 100. That means the shot opportunity, I think, if I remember correctly, it fills in. So that means it'll be 48 to 78, if I believe is how that goes. Yes. Okay, so that means their shot opportunity will be 48 to 78. Awesome. Okay, so we got that figured out. Okay, the next thing we got to do is do the goal percentage, the penalty range, set shot, and then counterattack, all that stuff. We'll also do this as well. Okay. Okay, so we now repeat the same thing for these guys. So the away team is going to be Celtic Glasgow. Sorry, I should have done 2 separate streams, but what do we have to do anyways? Awesome. Okay. So the wasted action again is wasted chances. Hold on. How do you do it again? Wasted action value. Okay, so you add the wasted chances plus their defense. So wasted chances is 7, and their defense is 26, so that's 33. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I apologize. So that's 1 to 33 for their wasted chances. Okay, that's not bad at all, actually. I'm going to get rid of all of these rolls. Because, I mean, it doesn't really do me any good anymore. Since I have the ball roller. All right, and then the foul range is, I believe, the foul for and the foul against, right? Yeah, 4 and foul against. Okay, so the foul for Celtic Glasgow is, where are you? Foul for 8 plus against, so that is 18. So, sorry, hit the wrong thing again. 18. So that is going to be 70, 18, 81, 78, I believe. Yeah, 78. Hopefully my math is right. That gives them a shot opportunity of 34 to 77. Cool. All right. So now that we've done that, Now we compare aerial superiority. Milan has it for 2 points. So the revised play flow chart is as followed. Oh, that's right. We keep revising the play flow chart. So who has aerial superiority in this game? Aerial superiority. 4 in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. Okay. Okay. So that means their wasted action goes down by, what do we say? 10 to 6, so 4. So their wasted action will go down by 4. That puts them at 43, which now gives them a 44 to 78. I remember it. It's starting to slowly come back. Yep. Shot opportunity. What was there? Yep. 72 to 0. 0 to 57. So what was their wasted? So they take, and that's right. The other team takes the 4. So their wasted opportunity actually goes up 4 to 37, which shrinks their shot. That's right. Okay. So that means 38. Okay. And then team info. On target, 1 to 44, goal 1 to 55. Okay, so all this stuff we fill in right here. So, all right, first thing, let's go. On target percentage for Celtic Glasgow. So on target percentage is 1 to 43 and 1 to 44. So 1 to 43 and 1 to 44. So these ranges don't actually change. This is just makes it easier. Penalty. Doesn't say penalty on here. Possession, set pieces on target. Penalty range. How do I find the penalty range? Team info. Shots attempted. Shots conceded. Foul, aerial, counter, wasted chances, possession, discipline. Alright, I'm going to have to actually find... Aha! Alright, so for Celtic, their penalty range... Here, this will be easier if I just do it this way. Sorry about this, but once we get going, it'll be pretty darn fun, actually. Beneficia... Celtic. Okay. So their penalty range is 1 to 10. Their set shot range is 11 to 20. Set shot opportunity is 21 to 100. Counterattack is 8. Possession is 45. So that needs to change. Okay. Now we need to go to Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, Q. Paris Saint-Germain. Okay. On target is 1 to 44. Goal is 1 to 51. Penalty range is 1 to 10. Shot range is 11. Our set shot range is actually 11 to 45, so that's changed quite a bit from the other team I played like a year ago. And then 46 to 100 is the shot opportunity. Possession is 53. 53. Okay. All right. Let's go back and double check something. I don't know if I adjusted that for Celtic Glasgow. All right. On target percentage is on target 1 to 43. Yeah, I didn't fix that yet. I should have, but I didn't. Goal percentage is 1 to 23. Wow. It's quite low. And 1 to 10. Okay. All right. I think we're ready to play now. We're not going to do individual stats. So, all right. So what do we need? Also, where's the chart for timing? Time passes instead of playing with the attacker. Okay, so yeah. All right, so let's bring the ball stat back up. Dice, you need at least 2 10-sided dice. Check. Okay, so most of the time we need 2 10-sided dice and a 6-sided dice for the timing. So let's go ahead and edit that. I don't need these two anymore. Save. Okie dokie, artichokes. Cannot believe I just said that. All right, so home team is Paris Saint-Germain, so they will have the chance to get possession. So their possession value is 43. The roll needs to be under 43 on the blue dice. Here we go. And they don't. Okay. So Celtic Glasgow has the ball. We'll roll here. They roll a 78, and that's a foul situation. All right, so what happens with a foul situation? A foul situation. First of all, you have to check for possible disciplinary sanction against the player who made the foul. So we'll check the discipline. Do I not have discipline on here? Range. No. All right. So team info. Discipline for them is 23. 24. So we'll roll right here. If it's a 23 or under, it's a sanction. It is. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Da, 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 da. Discipline sanctions. All right, on a foul situation, roll another decided die to mark down the number retained. The man number player sanction. All right, so we'll see if they roll a. We'll roll on here. If it's anything but a 1, it's a yellow card. Okay, so it is a yellow card. Okay. All righty then. So. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Who made the foul? No sanction this time. Now let's just. All right. So roll another 1 to 10 die to see what happens after the foul. Okay. So what happens after it? 81. Penalty range. Shot opportunity. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Sorry if it seems a little confusing. I need to reacquaint myself with this game, and then I would be more than happy to stream it. I'll let you know who wins this one, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, not stream this game at the moment. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and make that announcement. So the announcement is I've just purchased all of the major cycling season from Roberto Schiavini. So starting this Sunday is the hope. We're going to have the first classic of the season. Those are the one-day races that lead up to the Tour de France. So this Sunday we're going to have our first classic of the season. I believe it's Milan. It's usually either called Milan San Remo or the Tour of Lombardy. Either way, they're both in Italy, and for obvious reasons, they cannot happen in real life, so we're going to have them on this channel. I'm pretty familiar with Roberto Schiavini's cycling games, so that should be a lot of fun, but hopefully on Sunday we'll have that. Tomorrow we should have 4 more baseball games for you. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Elon Offs. We'll see you next time the ball flies. Thank you so much, and take care.